Warning, this theory contains spoilers on Titanfall 2's campaign. Please turn off this video if you want to play it. You have been warned. Hello boys and girls, thank you so much for the support on the last theory. I was truly surprised to see all the kind feedback, and I truly thank you all. On the last theory video, a user by the name Barktree wanted a theory regarding the Vanguard class Titans, and I'm more than happy to give you one. Alright, so what do we know about the Vanguard chassis? When you're playing the tutorial, Captain Tyler introduces Jack Cooper to BT-7274 and he says,
"Homegrown militia technology. The first Titan chassis we designed ourselves. One we didn't have to steal from the IMC.
So we know that the militia designed the chassis themselves and the Hammond Robotics wasn't involved in the development of Vanguard class Titans. Then based on Titanfall's webpage, it says that Lastimosa was the veteran from the Titan Wars, also known as the first game, and had been an old militia pilot since the creation of the organization. He was also one of the first pilots to test the prototype of the Vanguard class Titans. The Vanguard Titans are designed to analyze all Titan-based weapons and to adapt to a fitting loadout. Now, I'm not a robot engineer, but as far as I know, to program a robot to change behavior and adapt to something they interact with and imitate another robot, you would need some kind of reference code. Or at least it would make it easier and less time to program. As an example, if you program a robot to pick up a pen and doodle a smiley face, you would first need to explain what a pen is and what they should do as fast as they pick it up. So to make this more relatable, if a Titan, a robot, picks up a weapon, a pen, and it has to know what loadout to use and adapt to that specific loadout, know how to draw a smiley face. Then if you want the robot to only draw a happy smiley when it picks up a red pen and only draw a sad smiley when it picks up a blue pen, you just need to program it to act differently and carefully analyze the color based on the pen. And that's where the reference code comes in. You need a Titan that is coded and pre-programmed to use specific loadout. So that would mean that the militia would need some experience with the other Titans: Ion, Scourge, Tone, Legion, Northstar, Ronin, Brute, and Exposition, and get used to the different Titan chassis. All the Titans have different codes that appeals to the specific loadouts. That's why sometimes when you take damage, the Titan suggests to use, as an example, the Vortex Shield to protect both you and your Titan. So I'll take that as proof that the Titan has pre-knowledge of the weapon customization. So all that the militia has to do is to copy the loadout script from each Titan and put them in the Vanguard Titan's weapons arsenal script. And then, ta-da! You have a Titan that is capable of using all different loadouts. But why aren't they used in the multiplayer then? Well, a Titan who's basically every Titan itself screams OP to me. But lore-wise, it shouldn't be so weird to send down a Vanguard Titan on the battlefield. So I thought for a while that maybe Titanfall 2's multiplayer is happening in the past and that the single player happens in the future. But then, Angel City happened. Why is that a problem, I hear you ask? Well, if we take a look at the Angel City's signs, you can see that Jack Cooper is on the big wanted sign near one of the buildings over at point A in Amped Hardpoint. This should ring a bell that this takes place after the single player. This drove me crazy. This meant that the theory was for nothing, until I realized, what if not all militia pilots get the Vanguard class Titan? If you look at the in-game stats, an average pilot has about 3 to 4 kills per death. Maybe more, maybe less. Which means that giving a Vanguard class Titan to an average pilot would be quite a waste. So what if only the top elite pilots were granted a Vanguard class Titan? After all, Captain Tyler was one of the best pilots of the militia, as well as Sarah Briggs herself. Also, I find it quite understandable if they're only used in special missions such as Operation Broadsword. After all, the SRS are the best pilots in Untitled Frontier. What are the SRS really? Well, I couldn't find any solid information what the SRS are, though BT hints that the SRS is an elite group of pilots where Sarah Briggs serves as an acting pilot, but also a commander for the Marauder Corps. But if that's the case, what about us? What are we in the multiplayer? What are we as multiplayer pilots doing in the multiplayer? Well, in the single player there are two different types of Titan battles. Infantry Titans and Boss Titans. The Boss Titans being Kane, Ash, Richter, Viper and Sloan. All the other Titans are just called by the Titan chassis. Before fighting Richter, he says,
IMC ground squads. I'm looking for someone to promote. I'm also looking for someone to kill. You get to choose which one you wish to be.
Which might hint that there's different devotions of pilots and that we as players are fighting as ground squads or pilot grunts, and therefore we are more viable to get a standard Titan. An example is in the mission The Ark, where a grunt pilot is working for the 6-4 and helps Cooper getting on the INC ship called the Malta, and therefore makes it possible that grunts and other pilots can join different factions in the lower division. We can also see that Jack Cooper himself is a third-class rifleman who is the lowest division of riflemen. We can also hear these dialogues from grunts when they're talking about the apex predators.
Lieutenant, do you know about Cuban Blick? I hear he used to be IMC. He's in charge of these apex predators, top shelf mercenaries, invitation only. I'm surprised you've never heard of him. Heard of that gig? Maybe I'll become a mercenary.
What do you think? Do you have a theory regarding Titanfall 2? Comment down in the comment section, and your theory might be up next. Also, do you want to make this a long-running series? Tell me if that's something you would like to see. And once again, I thank you all for watching, and I have tons of fun making these theories, and I hope you like them as much as I like making them. I'll see you in another video. Take care out there.